McCacken. But you know Megan, obviously,
Yeah.
and that's who went out there. So there you go. So Megan McCacken getting her first look at some action here today between Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. There's a bit of a high tackle there, but play continues. And now Nova Scotia handling that ruck.
Oh, big hit there before.
And Lisa showing that she's still into this game. McGrath pushing forward. She's not going to get up too quick. She's back on her feet and ready to go is McGrath.
You got to give it to them. New Brunswick is flying up on defense.
They are kind of fleet of foot. As far as speed goes, it seems to be a little bit even today. You've got Ross, Jones running everybody there, but there's a pretty equal, at least it seems to me.
It seems, yeah. Well, other than that one big break, it has been pretty even pace. If you have one team that's exceptionally speedier than the other, you'll see a lot of times when they break the line, it's almost as if they're gone. But that hasn't happened, They've been able to track each other down on both sides, so...
Lisa McNeil showing a little bit of disgust here. She was right in front of us, and that's the only reason I noticed it, as they kicked out for it looks like they were going for a line-out over there. So, I mean, is that something where McNeil sees something on this side? She can't really relay the information, and then...
She might, yeah.
And they kick it out.
Yeah.
And, you kind of shake your hand.
Yeah. In the wing position, I've never played it. I am nowhere near fast enough for that. But, there's not a whole lot of action. That all the action does tend to be in around the forwards and in those main areas of the field. But out on the wing, might not be getting a whole lot of action. So she's probably just antsy to get the ball in hand. Yeah, exactly.
Whitney Callahan for New Brunswick out. And now I see Sarah Baxter in there for New Brunswick. And I believe, and I'm just trying to pick up a number here. A little tough. Like our counterpart Bill was saying, Bill McLean, they don't have their numbers in the front of the jerseys. It's a little more like in some sports, you see that number on their shoulder or whatever the case might be.
Yeah.
So a lot of substitutions here happening for both sides. Lisa Myers is going in, and there goes, Emily Nearing going back in. A lot of substitutions, and we saw the team for Nova Scotia going back and forth. Katie Lake's going to come out. She's going to have a rest after a good day for Katie.
Yeah, some good play out there for the the players that just came off. Sorry.
Mandy Wells, another one that's come off here.
It'll be interesting to see how the scrums do now with so many substitutions. It looks like New Brunswick still is handily winning those. But again, sloppy passes out of the back, which is shocking.
And we know that can kill you. Here's a good tackle and a wrap-up.
It's Jean Baker with the ball, number 13. She's seen the international rugby stage a few times herself. She played for the University Sevens team, represented Team Canada. She was also invited to, right before the World Cup, the camp out in BC. Essentially the tryouts for the World Cup team. Jean was invited to that as well. So she's not new to the rugby scene whatsoever.
And the thing about that is you may not make the team, but just the fact that you're there and the experience that you get and the conversations that you have in the dressing room after practice and stuff, it's a wealth of knowledge.
Exactly.
And now New Brunswick in a bit of trouble as Nova Scotia showing their dominance coming up that right-hand side. 52 minutes, 27-12 here. And we'll see if these changes... Nova Scotia made a lot of changes, Steph, on, with their personnel. Maybe they put in some stronger girls and took out the speedy girls. So we haven't seen a scrum yet as McNeil picks this one up all the way out near the 35. And there's a good tack. Now, there's a good example of where you got to take down the stronger girls with a couple of extra legs, and that's what New Brunswick did right there.
And that's just it. McNeil, I think her favorite move is the straight arm. So, she's fending so many off. You have to, try to get that out of the way, get her low. And like you said, that gang tackle, have one up high, one down low. But
you made a good point, too. You have to stay on your feet. McNeil did a good job of doing that, waiting for that ruck to happen. So there's Beasley now. She's going to dish that one off. Christine Lovett getting involved. Haven't called her name too much. She's one of the girls that's come on. There's a couple of quick passes for New Brunswick. Not a lot of personnel out on that wing, though. They're going to have to come back inside.
Ooh.
Good tackle, but a good dish. Rundle, a player that I thought might be a little bit more involved for New Brunswick, Amanda Rundle, but hasn't been really involved. She's only touched the ball a few times.
Good passing there from New Brunswick, getting it out down to the wing, through the hands, let the ball do the work. As they say, the ball can travel faster than you can run.
Yeah,
so.
That's right. Gores trying to get that ball out with a little punch, but couldn't quite do it. Of course, you got to use your feet here. We've seen, people at home go, why can't she hit that with her hand? But that's a different set of,
exactly.
That's a different game. Just using your feet to advance the ball.
Looks like Nova Scotia will be going back 10.